What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Happy New Year. I know this is my second video of the year. It's usually my first, but I do want to start off by saying Happy New Year. I am so excited for 2024, and as you can tell by the title of this video, we are actually going to be going through my 2023 goals and just kind of look back on the year, see what happened, what I accomplished in the goals that I had established for myself, and then see my new goals for next year. I know this might not be super interesting for some of you, but this is interesting for me. I love looking back on these videos from one year to another, so I feel like this is more of a personal video specific for me than it is for any of you guys, but I love looking back on these, and they are fun to watch as well when you see like other people doing them and you see what they've accomplished, or if there are things that they didn't accomplish but you relate to the way that they're feeling and all of that. So yeah, so I was actually taking a look at my 2023 goals, and I feel like 2023 was most certainly like one of my biggest growth years, like personal growth. A lot of things happened, and I feel like a lot of things that did happen kind of changed the trajectory of, I guess, the way I wanted my year to go. And just looking back at the goals that I wrote down, a lot of them I did not accomplish, and yet I think 2023 was the best year that I've had so far. It was my best year. So let's get into it and see what happened, I guess. So I'm looking at my goals right now that I wrote down. I have like a document with like my 2021 goals, 2022 goals, my 2023 goals, and I'm gonna add my 2024 goals here. And from one year to another, what I'm noticing is I did 10 goals per year. Remember 2020, I did 20 goals for 2020, and that was way too much, honestly, way too much. And I don't have my 20 goals for 2020 in this note, but I know I have a video on it on YouTube, so it's all good. But I feel like the first thing I'm noticing is my goals aren't as representative to my vision board as I thought they were. I don't know, I feel like I almost feel like I don't remember writing these, honestly. But that's what I'm saying. I feel like 2023 was such a weird year for me, but in the best way. I don't know if it was like the start of my quarter life crisis, because I did turn 25, but that only happened at the end of 2023. But I wonder if like everything just started at the beginning of the year, and that's like kind of where my quarter life crisis started. So I don't know. I feel like I don't remember writing any of these. I don't resonate with the majority of them. So let's get into it. So the first thing that I had on here was travel more. Now, I did do one trip. We went to Florida and it was amazing, had the best time, but I feel like I traveled more in 2022. In 2022, we did Toronto for a weekend, we went to Boston, we went to New York. So we went 3 different places at different times of the year, and we only did Florida in 2023, which is not a bad thing. It's just I did not travel more than I did the year before. And I feel like Florida was really the only thing I did. We did one staycation in Montreal one weekend for when we went to see Pitbull. We did do a cottage for my birthday. We went to Alex's friend's cottage a lot, but I don't count that necessarily as travel. I just count that more as like activities. So I feel like that didn't end up happening. But at the same time, if you're going to travel, you need to make sure you have enough money to travel. And I feel like any sort of money that we had in 2023, we didn't put it into traveling, but we definitely put it into memories and activities with friends. So it's not exactly travel more, but we definitely did put, like, let's say the budget that we could have had for travel into activities with friends. We went to a festival, we did some camping, we spent a lot of weekend at Alex's friend's cottage, which of course doesn't cost anything to go to the cottage, but you do bring like food and stuff, alcohol, of course, and usually when you go away for a weekend, you're not cheap on what you bring, or at least we're not. So I feel like that's some spending there. We went to Pitbull, which that was this spending right there. I bought tickets for Taylor Swift for 2024, which right there wasn't something that we did in 2023, but is something that we're doing in 2024. So I'm not disappointed that we didn't travel more, because we got to spend so much time with friends. So I'm not upset about it, but I definitely want to do more traveling in 2024, but we'll get into that later. Next, I had put money aside, which we were really good at. Up until a certain point, there were certain things that happen, and you know, you put money aside to be safe when something does happen and you need the funds to pay for those things that happen. Let's say like you buy a car, for example, and your car needs to have like the brakes changed or something like that. Well, you have to be prepared for that, and you put money aside to be able to prepare that. Now, that's not what we had to pay for. We had other things happen, but we definitely did put money aside because when those harder moments came that we needed those funds, we had them available. So we definitely did put money aside. I had also put here advance on my car payment, which I did not do. Literally, like any sort of savings that we had, not like savings that we're putting aside, but like any sort of extra money that we had, we were doing activities, and I have zero regrets about that. I literally have zero regrets. Fourth goal was live my healthiest life ever, which I definitely did in 2023. I'm so proud of myself. I have come so far from the person that I was a few years ago health-wise, and I am very happy with myself. I've learned a lot in 2023, and I feel like everything that I've learned I'm bringing into 2024 to keep progressing in that category. So I'm very happy about that. Also put down manifest as much as possible, which I feel like manifesting itself, like writing every single night or writing every single week, is not something that's for me. I definitely did try it at the beginning of 2023, but it's not for me. I can't manifest that way. It's just not something that I can commit to, but I definitely do other types of manifestations, just not the type that I thought I would be doing through like writing, of course. Drink more water, I definitely did that. I feel like that goes hand in hand with live my healthiest life ever. One of the most important things is your water intake, and I did really good on my water intake. I'm very happy with that. I also put be consistent with social media. Now, I failed at that miserably in 2023. I feel like there's always something that happens that, I don't know, there's always something that happens that just puts me in a different mindset. Not in a different mindset, but I'm so like down and I have no motivation or anything like that. But it's definitely something that I'm working on for 2024 and that I have been consistent with since the beginning of fall, which if you guys have been following along, like I have been posting regularly since September, I think maybe end of August, but for sure September. And I did take a little break recently because I was so sick during the holidays. If you want more information on that, you can watch my last video. You can also watch my TikTok. I did a whole TikTok, like get ready with me, while I talked about the fact that I was so sick during the holidays. So I did take a really big break right there of 3 weeks, I believe, because of how sick I was. But I'm back. And I plan on being back consistently for the rest of the year with like occasional, maybe like 1 video a week instead of 2 here and there, but not regularly. As for TikTok and Instagram was definitely not the most consistent year for me, but I feel like Instagram is just, it's so hard nowadays to keep up with Instagram, especially for me. I feel like some people just have it. I personally don't. I'm still working towards my Instagram. I do want it to be aesthetic. I want it to look good, but I also want to have all my memories on my Instagram. So I'm not prioritizing it as my main source of like social media anymore. I'm just using it more so for fun things, you know, like I'm not taking it as seriously. And TikTok, I had my ups and downs. I had some really good moments. I had some not as good moments. At the beginning of 2023, I actually hit like 5,000 followers from one video, which was amazing. And then I had a few ups and downs, and I feel like I've been somewhat consistent throughout the year, but not consistent enough to make a difference by the end of the year. I'm still at around 5,000 followers on TikTok, which I'm okay with. Next, kind of staying hand in hand with being consistent with social media, we have keep working with brands. I definitely did work with some brands, not as much as I would have wanted. I know like past me that wrote these down really wanted to work with a lot of brands, and I know that I didn't. So I definitely did not accomplish that goal. The next one is keep my spaces clean. I definitely worked on that. I'm not 100%, but I feel like this is one that I'm going to be consistently working on. So it's not going to be too hard on myself, but I definitely did keep, or try at least to keep, my spaces, car, apartment, office, all of that as clean as possible. And then the last one is read 1 book per month, which I definitely did not do. I got back into reading beginning of summer. I read 2 books, and the second one that I read just like made me not want to keep reading books. It was very long. I didn't like how it was written. I thought the storyline was very blotchy. Like it was focused on so many other aspects of the book. It was a spicy book, I'm just gonna say like that. And I feel like the author was solely focused on the spiciness of the book that the story almost didn't make any sense. There are things that I didn't understand, and I was like, this could have been written so much better. Like just the writing of it I didn't like. I'm not gonna say which book it was unless I've already have in like past videos, which I hope I didn't, but it wasn't for me. I feel like this is also a book that a lot of people loved, but you were either the person who loved it, the person who hated it, and I hated it. Like the spicy parts of it was really good, but the author was so focused on those, in my opinion, that the rest of the book almost didn't make any sense, honestly. So that's just my opinion, and that just threw me off reading. I didn't want to read after that because it took me so long to read that book, and I didn't want to read any other books after that. So yeah, I definitely didn't read one book per month. So yeah, I feel like after going through this, you guys can tell that I didn't accomplish most of these goals, but again, like I said, I 100% lived my best year ever. Moving on to 2024 goals. I only have 6, and they are very general goals. I decided not to give myself super specific goals this year, although not all the goals that I had for last year were super specific, but I feel like all of the goals that I have here are very general, and I'm super comfortable with that. I have 6 of them, and they are all representative of like a section on my vision board. I feel like I put so much effort into my 2024 vision board. I wrote down my goals beforehand, and then I picked pictures that matched my goals. I feel like I did do this in previous years, just not as well as I did this year. I feel like this year I've nailed it. My vision board is so representative of the goals that I have for myself. Also, just for like a quick recap on my goals versus my vision board, I'll have my vision board inserted right here for 2023. And actually, let's just take a quick look at it before I get into all of my goals for 2024. So at the top of it, you can see there is a majority of like healthy gym type of pictures. I feel like this was what I did most in 2023 regarding my goals. There's also a lot of like healthy recipes that you can see on there. Not healthy recipes, but just food pictures of foods that are healthy and whole foods, which are very representative of last year. So I love that for me. I did have journaling, or a lot of journals here, which were representative of manifesting. And then I also have a book, which was for reading. I have some self-care here. I feel like my vision board for 2023 is more representative of my year than my goals that I wrote down are. So like I was saying, like the top is a lot of gym, fitness, which is true. Then we do have that section where there's a lot of books and journals, which I didn't really do any of that, which is fine. Then we also have a section with travels, which I definitely did travel in 2023. The one thing that I really wanted to do was go on a plane. I wanted to travel somewhere that I needed to get on a plane to go to that place, and I did. I booked that trip within a month of the year starting, and it was so exciting. There's also a picture of a beach, which I definitely made it to the beach, and I've been to different beaches, not just like the beach in Florida, but I also went, like there's beaches in Canada that you can go to, and definitely went to those during the summer. So that definitely is part of my vision board. There are also coffees, which I feel are kind of representative of coffee dates, which I did definitely do. Me and Alex love a good little coffee date on Saturday mornings sometimes, so definitely did that. Something that was not on my list that is on here are the whey products that you can see about like in the middle of it. And I've had the best hair care journey in 2023, so that is very representative of that. So I put this picture on here. It doesn't even match any of the goals that I wrote down, but it's something that definitely did happen in 2023. So, you know, this is very representative. There's also the Eiffel Tower. Now, I didn't go to Paris, but I did book a trip for Europe next year, so I feel like that is a win right there. There's the dollar signs as well as at the top that I missed out, which we definitely, you can see it 2 different ways, okay? We definitely did put money aside, but we also definitely did spend money in 2023. So I guess that's kind of representative as well. 100K is not representative, 50K is not representative. I don't associate to those numbers at all in 2023, which is completely fine. In one corner at the bottom, there's a lot of pictures with friends, which 2023 was the year that I spent the most with friends and that I did the most activities, that I said yes to the most opportunities, and again, one of the best years. There is also a picture of a really nice pool. When Alex and I went to Florida, we stayed in a hotel in Tampa for 2 nights, and they had a really nice rooftop pool, or not rooftop, but it was like outside, an outdoor pool on one of the floors, and it doesn't look like this one, but it was a really nice pool nonetheless, and we did spend time there. And then on the other corner, which is the last section, I have a lot of engagement pictures, which I did not get engaged last year, and I'm okay with that. I feel like there wasn't a good moment, and I don't think 2023 was my year to get engaged, so I'm very okay with that. What I take from it is the work on our relationship that Alex and I did. We always continuously work on our relationship, but I feel like 2023 was such a good year for us. So although I didn't get engaged and I'm still waiting, hint Alex, I'm very okay with that. We worked on our relationship, and it was one of our best years, honestly. I think it was our best year. Let's get back into 2024. I just really wanted to go over that because, like I said, my vision board is so much more representative than what I wrote down for my goals. Like I said, 2024, I really wrote down my goals first and then researched pictures associated to those goals. If you guys need any sort of help with how to create a vision board, if you haven't done one yet, I will link my video on how I created my vision board down below for you guys. It's super easy, honestly, 5 steps and you're done. It does take time though. Don't think you can do it quickly. It takes time, but it is worth it in the long run. In 2024, my first goal, because like I said, I have 6. The first one that I have on here is living a healthy lifestyle. But what I mean by that is not just living like and eating healthy and working out and all of that. I just want to be more conscious of the things that I'm doing, the things that I'm eating, but also have a really good balance, like the 80-20 diet that some people do. I feel like that would be perfect. I want to be consistent with that because it's easy to fall off track. I feel like when summer hits, so easy because you're eating out, you're going to restaurants, you're going out with friends, going to the bars and all of that, and it just, you can get off track really easily. And my goal is to create balance in 2024 and consistency with my healthy lifestyle. Next, I put down travel. I definitely want to travel in 2024. I am already going to Portugal. We're looking into doing another trip. Not sure if it's gonna happen though because of certain circumstances that are outside of our control, but if it doesn't happen, I have other ideas if we don't get to travel by plane another time this year. Other than that, I want to do weekend getaways. I did include weekend getaways in my travel goal. So I do have this in there. I just know that in 2023, my intent with traveling more was not like weekend getaways. I'm including it in 2024 because I do now like consider it travel, sort of, somewhat, you know? I would love to go back to Boston this year. I absolutely loved Boston when we went in 2022. I had all intentions to go back in 2023. It just didn't happen. Didn't make sense for us to go. Circumstances were just not lining up, so we didn't go, and it's fine, but I really want to go in 2024. I would love to go back to Boston. And then, I mean, if we end up going anywhere else, I'd be super happy. But the last place that I put on here is potentially Sandbanks this summer. We didn't go last year, and we did go the previous years for Alex's birthday, and I would love to go back this year for Alex's birthday. I feel like it's always such a fun weekend, and this year it would be fun to go with a group of friends. We usually go with Alex's parents, or his mom, stepdad, grandmother, and brother, but I think it would be nice to go with a group of friends. Like, Sandbanks is such good vibes to go like camping and just like hang out on the beach, so I feel like we would have so much fun as a group of friends. I know my dad and my stepmom used to do that all the time when they were younger, before having kids. They would always go to Sandbanks and just have fun. And when I say before having kids, it's like, of course, obviously my dad had me with my mom, but on the weekends that he didn't have me or my brother, he would go with my stepmom, and they would just go as a big group of friends, and they always had so much fun. So I would love to do that. The next one on my list is girl boss energy. So it's not necessarily a goal, but it's just the energy that I'm bringing into 2024. I honestly don't have further explanations on this. at all, but I do want that energy throughout the year. Next is self-care, and in self-care I really want to improve on my hair care routine. I feel like I did a great job in 2023, but in 2024 we are going to kick it up a notch, and I know I can do it. I know that by the end of 2024, if I really stay consistent, I could have really beautiful hair, no more damage to it. So I definitely have a whole bunch of different things that I want to start doing, such as scalp oiling twice a week. I would love to get a scalp massager as well. That just kind of goes hand in hand with oiling. I want to start using hair oil on my ends every single day. It's not something that I do, and it's really something that I should be doing. I've done it in the past, but I don't know why I stopped. It just did. So I really want to start that up again. I want to get microfiber towels for my hair to dry it off quickly as I come out of the shower. I don't want to use my other towels anymore because I feel like that's damaging, and I've also seen that it can be damaging. So microfiber towels, a scalp scrub. I used to have a scrub from Way that I finished and never repurchased. I will be repurchasing because it's a great scrub for just like the body, but also for the scalp. So definitely going to be purchasing that again. And I'm also looking into getting a bamboo brush because that's really good for your hair. So I might be doing that. And then also skincare routine. I want to master my skincare routine in 2024. I'm 25 now, okay? So I can't be messing around with my skincare anymore. So the first thing that I want to start using is retinol. I did try retinol in the past, didn't really work out, and also my bottle little dropper broke, so I ended up throwing it out. It was just the ordinary one, so it wasn't too expensive. It didn't hurt that much, but I was still kind of upset about it, and I never repurchased once that broke. Now, don't come at me for this, but I need to get a sunscreen for my face. It's not something that I use every single day. Actually, it's not something that I use at all, and I need to get on that. It's not good anymore. It's not cute. I should be using sunscreen every single day, at least once a day, even twice. So yeah, I need to get on that. Please don't come at me. I know it's like really bad, but I need to get on it, and I'm aware. So I'm going to fix the problem. I also want to get an oil cleanser for just extra cleanse on my face, and I want to do a lot more research on different types of product that I can be using, such as a face oil that I can use after my nighttime routine to do gua sha, because I want to start gua shaing again, and I really want to perfect my nighttime and morning skincare routine. So those are like my two categories that I have in self-care. Next, I have quality time with friends. I had the best year in 2023, and that was one of the main reasons why. So I really want to keep up that energy in 2024. I had so much fun during the summer. We went to Alex's friend's cottage. We went to a festival. We did camping, and they're all some of my favorite memories. We also went to a cottage for my birthday, and we also went back to Alex's friend's cottage for Halloween, for a Halloween party, and then for New Year's, and those are just some of my best memories of 2024, so I do want to keep that up. We also hosted a Christmas dinner at our house, which is the one that kind of brought me back down on my ass after, because it wrecked me, but it was so much fun. So I definitely want to keep that up in 2024. I'm already planning some things to host our friends at our apartment. It doesn't always need to be like us hosting here, but just doing fun activities. We're also purchasing our tickets to go to festivals this summer at the end of the week on the 12th. So I guess by the time you guys see this video, I will have purchased these tickets, and we will officially be going to the festival with our friends. So that's gonna be fun, and our group is expanding. I hope. My cousin's supposed to come with us this year, maybe my brother, but I'm not sure. But definitely my cousin is supposed to come. Hopefully, I really hope she gets tickets and we get to go together, because it would be so much fun. So those are the two like subcategories that I put under quality time with friends. Really just like hosting more dinners at home, and like activities, potlucks. Those are so fun, and just like finger food things. I really want to host for the Super Bowl. That would be so much fun, and football food is so good. Like Super Bowl food, so good. Love it. And really like just more activities with friends. I always look forward to those activities all the time, so I want to have more of those. And then last but not least, I have prioritizing my relationship, and by my relationship I mean the one that I have with Alex. Obviously I want to prioritize all of my relationships, but I really want to put more energy in my relationship with Alex. Like I said, 2023 was one of the best years for our relationship, and I just want to keep that up in 2024. One thing that we weren't doing in 2023 that I really want to keep up in 2024 were dates. I want to go more like, I want at least one date per month. It doesn't have to be a big thing. one of our favorite things is breakfast dates. We don't do them often, but when we do them, we always say how much we love doing them and we should do them more often. So definitely would love to do a breakfast date or like just a dinner date here and there once a month. That would be ideal, and just spend more quality time together. I was sick for a few weeks and we spent a lot of time together. We were watching so many movies and off our phones. We were not on our phones while watching the movies, so I did really enjoy that, and I just want to keep that up in 2024. So those are my goals for 2024. I'm really excited to look back on the year once we're in 2025, which is crazy like to think, but the year just started, so we're not going to think about it. But I am looking forward to looking back on the year because I do believe that 2024 will be even better than 2023, and I don't think 2023 could be topped. So I'm so excited for the year. We also have 2 Taylor Swift concerts this year, you guys. That is exciting. That just means that 2024 is going to be our year. So excited for that. I will now show you guys my vision board, what it looks like. I'm so proud of myself for this vision board. I think it looks so good. I love it so much, but let's go through it. So starting off at the top, we've got 2 different categories. I really split this up in 6 sections. So split in the middle and then 3 sections. So at the top we have the fitness goal, healthy lifestyle goal, and then right beside that we have self-care. Underneath that we have travel. I got some pictures of the beach. I got some pictures of Lisbon because we are going to Lisbon, Portugal. So exciting. I just got a lot of like travel-y vibe pictures. Also one of in a high rise, which is representative of either Toronto for Taylor Swift or Boston, which I'm hoping we get to go to Boston. I really want to go to Boston this year. Then right beside that we've got friendship, a whole bunch of pictures of people hanging out together. One of my favorite pictures on there is the one with it's on the side, kind of like, I don't know if I'm pointing it, but like around here, and it's just a whole bunch of people when the sun is going down playing like, I think, volleyball in the water at the beach. I love that so much, and I feel like that is very representative of the group of friends that we have. So one of my favorite pictures. And then the last 2 that I have at the bottom are my girl boss energy one and my relationship one. Yes, you will see there is also an engagement ring on this one. I don't know if 2024 will be my year, but there are definitely less pictures of engagement rings because it's not my priority. Like, I'm not obsessing over wanting to be engaged. If it happens, it happens, but I wanted to put it there just because, you know, I'm putting that energy into 2024. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't, but I'm manifesting that energy in 2024. Other than that, I do have a lot of pictures of just really cute couples, and I think that the pictures that I picked out are really representative of what the year is going to give Alex and I. So I feel like this video is going to be so much longer than I intended it to be, but I had a lot of fun filming it. I love looking back on these and just reflect on these. So these are really one of my favorite videos. I always look forward to filming this every single year, and I really enjoyed it. And let me know what your goals are if you want to share in the comments for 2024. And if you need any help creating a vision board, if you haven't already, I'll have that video linked down below for you guys. And anyways, I love you guys, and I can't wait to see what 2024 brings us. And I will definitely see you guys in my next video on Tuesday. Bye guys. It's like I forgot I was fine, let you treat me any kind of way. Now I'm free, you gotta celebrate. You couldn't see everything and stay.